welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda and we are here with Sketchbook Chat. Remember to comment your suggestions for topics down below and write your thoughts on this week's topic, which is finding your own art style while you're down there. So, this question is a hot topic amongst artists in the community, from beginners to intermediates. But why is it such a sought after thing? Why do we all want our own style and how do we get it? Well, first of all, I want to make a disclaimer. I have not found my own style. My style is basically just learning and studying and copying other people. But I will get there eventually. I have a few tips of things that I'm following that seem to be bringing out my own kind of style and things that I've heard from other people that might help you as well. But first of all, let's talk about why people want it, or why I think people want it. I think it's because people want to be cool. No, it's not. They think that it's cool to be recognised. So someone looks at your artwork and they say, that's Amanda's art, without even looking at the name or signature or the profile that it came from. And it makes you feel good. You're like, okay, I drew that and people are recognising that that's me. They're not saying, I wonder who that artist is. Or, that artist is poop. They're just being like, that's Amanda's art. So I want people to say that to me. I do. I don't know why, but I do. It also seems like a nice idea to be unique and stand out and to be able to share your own perspective of the world, like without having to be like, okay, I really want to draw myself sitting down reading a book in front of a fire, but I don't know how to do that, so I'll just look that up on Google and copy it. That's not fun. I want to be able to draw myself sitting in a fire with my own curvy legs and my own chair and my own shading and all of my own stuff that came out of my own brain. So, how do we get it? The most common answer to this question is to draw a lot, and it will become natural to you, which is the best answer really, but also the most frustrating. You don't want to hear that. You don't think that that's the best thing. You don't want to hear just draw a lot, it'll come naturally to you. You want to know the secrets. Well, here are a few more tips to follow that might help you. I don't know, because I haven't been there yet. I haven't done it yet, but we will see. We will learn together, guys. If you have any other suggestions of things that you might want to say down below, then please do. I want you to wait until the end of this before you start typing like I don't know, I was going to describe something then, but I can't because it's YouTube and that's not allowed. Anyway, if you want to listen to the full video, because I do want to make a few disclaimers later on, because I think that you shouldn't obsess over this, but we'll get into that later. So, the first thing that I would say, and it's not the usual thing that people say to do first, we'll get into that later as well. That's the last thing. Anyway, so the first thing that I would suggest that you do is find your medium. The one that you always go back to, the one that you love, the one that you cherish, the one that makes you happy. Just find the medium that you never want to put down. It's great to play and explore, but finding the one medium that you love and come back to time and time again will help you keep your work consistent, because the way that you work in watercolour might be completely different. In fact, it will be completely different to the way that you work in coloured pencil, and your coloured pencil artwork will look completely different to your watercolour. So Fran, for example, I keep on dropping names in these things, but Fran, she is an illustrator and she has a very simple style. She uses watercolour and she doesn't do that much shading, and she has like kind of jelly arms and kind of like stick legs, but that's okay. That's her style. You know when you see Fran's work that that's Fran. You can be like, okay, dude, you're not called Fran, but that is Fran's work. Like, you know that it's Fran's work. And the reason for that is because, one, you pick up like the way that she does her lines and like how she outlines it and stuff, but you also see that it's watercolour and the colours as well, but we'll get into that as well. So, the paper. I didn't think this would be a thing, but recently, because I've been drawing on different types of paper, depending on the paper that you draw on, depends on how your results will come out. So if you paint or draw traditionally, finding the paper that you like the best and sticking with it will help too. Results can vary a lot depending on the paper you use. So if you use rough paper, say you're a watercolourist, right? And you use rough paper, then your artwork is going to come out more textured. It's going to come out more like bumpy, I guess. I don't know. But it's going to come out looking much different from smooth paper. So if you keep on changing and swapping the paper that you use, then your artwork is going to look slightly different. I mean, it's okay. You can experiment and stuff, but I think that you should do like, if you really want to get your own style, I think that you should use the same paper. Find the paper that you love. And it's a problem. I have not found the paper that I absolutely love yet. Yes, I love using Tone Tan sketchbook paper. I love using, yeah, that's the only one that I found that I actually like using. Oh, I like using Fabriano Artistico hot press, but it's expensive, so I don't buy it. So yeah. Anyway, you should use the paper that you love and the sketchbook that you love consistently. It's the same with pens and pencils. If you find a pen and a pencil that you really like to draw with, then stick to that pen and pencil. It can get boring and you can be like, right, I don't want to do this anymore, and it's okay to switch it up. We'll get into that later as well. Your style will change. Anyway. Another thing that I will suggest is to discover what subjects you like to draw the most and draw that subject more than anything else. So, for example, I really want to draw characters doing things. I don't want to just draw somebody standing stock straight looking at the viewer. I don't want that. I want to draw characters, mainly myself because I'm vain like that. No, I just want to be able to tell stories with my art. I want to draw that. So when people look at my artwork, they'd be like, that is Amanda's character doing something that Amanda would do. Or that is Amanda's character exploring something that she wouldn't do. Something like that. That's just one example. Like, I don't want to do that completely all the time, but if you get what I mean. If you go from drawing like landscapes to portraiture to little comic doodles to this and that, it will get confusing and your artwork will all look different. Yes, again, it is okay to experiment with this stuff and it's okay to do it. And if you want to be all over the place and do whatever style and medium that you want, then that is fine, completely fine. I'm not telling you how to do your work. I'm not telling you that this will I'm not telling you that this will 100% work. I'm just telling you things that will be easier, that will make it easier to spot that it's yours, okay? So, yeah. And if you draw the subject that you love the most, then you will get better at it faster and it will become easier to manipulate certain aspects to make it your own. That's just common sense. A lot of learning art is common sense, and I never put it to my own usage, which I should. I'm good at giving advice. I've always been good at giving advice. People come to me advice for everything, not even just art, just like everything. But I'm not that good at executing it myself. Anyway, so the other thing is to avoid drawing with tools that you hate, but use anyway because other people use it. Fine liners, for example. This is a big one. I hate the way it looks. I do. I hate the way that it looks in my art personally when I outline everything with a fine liner. I think that people can pull it off. I think that it looks okay when other people do it. I admire people when they do it, but I just don't like it myself. I prefer to have subtle outlines or none at all. But for some reason, I thought that you had to line everything just because other artists did it. But you don't. You really don't. I thought that the only way that I was going to get good at things was if I did it the way that other artists did it. And that's just ridiculously stupid. It is. It's not the best thing to do. Like, just do what you love. And that will also make your art shine you. Because people will get to know what you like and people will get to know what suits you the best and stuff. So it makes more sense. Another one is very difficult, and I think that it's very restrictive as well. I like to use different colour palettes and different ways of doing, like different techniques and stuff. But if you find the colours that match your emotions or just your favourite ones, like search colour palettes and decide which ones you like the most. Like, do you like pastels the most or brights? Do you like muted tones or a mix? Do you like limited or crazy? Like, choose what you like and do what you love. You might like to vary it up. You might like to do pastels on one and then brights on the other. One might call for muted tones and one might call for a mix. One might call for a limited palette and one might call for a crazy palette. But if you do the majority of your work in the same kind of colours and the same kind of tones of colours, then that will also help to be like, okay, this artwork is Amanda's. And I'm using Amanda as a thing because that's my name in air quotes. Anyway, so yeah, that's just something that you could do. Just experiment with colour, and yeah, like I said earlier about Fran, she kind of uses, like, I think when I think of Fran's work, I think of pastel-y pinks and yellows and skin tones. Like, yeah, that's, you know, like, I think of Fran's work like that. She will probably use different colours, but that's okay. Like I said, express yourself. And that's another thing. Your emotion one day might be sad. You might feel sad. You might feel happy. You might feel excited. And all of these things will influence your art, and that is okay. I am not saying that you have to stick with one thing forever, but if you want your art to be consistent, this is a good way to do it. And the last thing that I would suggest, and we talked about this, it's the reason that it's the last thing is because well, it's helped me the least, basically. I maybe was doing it wrong, or I ended up just stuck doing this for too long that it kind of lost all the other aspects of things. But the last thing is research other artists' styles and ask questions. Why do they draw their eyes like that? What makes this artwork unique to them? What parts of their art do you like the most? Why or how can you implement that into your art with without completely copying their style? So this will help you take aspects from other people's art and put it into your own and make it your own. Say you like Fran's eyes, the way that Fran does her eyes, but you like the way that Rodgon does his cheeks. I don't know, just different aspects of art. Then you could put those two together, and even though that's not completely unique to you, it still is, because you've took those two different artists, which it's probably going to be like a 1% chance that other people have done that, and you've joined a lot of ways that people do their artwork into one, and then now it's your own. I personally think that it just makes me end up just copying everybody else, like, and not putting it together, or I don't know how to put it together. I'm not sure, but I just don't think that it's the best way to go. But it could be something that might be good for you to try. So I just thought I would put that out there. Finding your own art style will take a long time, and once you find it, it may change, and that's okay. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I don't know why people are obsessed with finding their... Well, I do know why people are obsessed with finding their own art style, because I am, but don't be obsessed. Don't be. Try to have fun with your art. Try to love what you do, and don't obsess over it, because if you do, then it will just consume you and your artwork will never be like you want it to be. So just have fun, do what you love, and yeah, that's it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Please remember to comment your thoughts down below, and your tips and techniques and all that stuff down below as well. And give the video a thumbs up, share it, comment, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this and other videos. I do post videos every day, Monday to Friday, actually, not every day, and I do live stream as well. So thank you guys so much for your support. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye.